Big welcome, everyone. If you are tuning in to today's session because you're excited to learn the new formula in the new era of online marketing for how to make daily sales online, you are in the right place. Hey, Vanessa, great to see you here. So, first of all, before we dive in today, let me know in the chat, is this your first masterclass with me? Is this your 50th masterclass with me? Are you just getting to know myself and Team Unstoppable, or have you been in our world for years and years? I already see we have both some old friends and new friends dialing in from around the world. So let me know in the chat. First masterclass, first time hanging out live with me, or are you an old friend that's been here many, many times before? I just want to get a feel for who we have in the room. Vanessa says, I've been here for many years. Hosea, I don't know if I said that right. You can let me know in the chat. Said it's our first session here. Big welcome. So let me know in the chat. Where are you dialing in from? Hey, Sarah. Sarah says she's been in the world, in my world for a few years now. She's done the live launch method. Marsha's here, 5 years. Great to see you here. Okay, big welcome. Well, my name is Kelly Roach, and I have spent the last 12 plus years in the online space, helping everyday entrepreneurs, moms, dads, grandmoms, grandpops, aunts, uncles, to build multi-million dollar businesses in the online space. And really, the passion of my life is empowering people to build wildly successful 7 and 8 figure businesses while really putting their faith in their family first and being able to build freedom-based businesses that allow them to have the time and space for fitness and fulfillment and family and their faith and all the other things in life that matter so much to us. And, if you've been around my world for a little while, you know that I pioneered something called the live launch method. And for 7 years, I taught the live launch method. Every 6 to 8 weeks, we taught this methodology to over 100,000 people in our workshops and in my coaching programs and with my book and all the different methods that we brought it to market. And it really became like the gold standard for how people sell and market one to many online. Okay. So comment in the chat and let me know, do you do the live launch? Have you followed me during the era of the live launch method? Is it something that you know about or that you've used in your business? I bet we have a good amount of people here that at least have heard of the live launch method. Okay. So in the process of teaching over 100,000 people this methodology, I became one of the only female founders in the online space to build a business from 0 to over 8 figures using this methodology. And then I built a portfolio of 6 companies in the online space. And the privilege and honor of my life has been watching our clients use our methodologies to get on the Inc. 5000 list, to retire their spouses, to be able to supplement their parents that are aging, being able to get out of debt, being able to build a vacation home, being able to step back and work part-time. Every dream you could possibly imagine that you could want or desire in your life, we have had the privilege and honor of helping people to accomplish those dreams. And for many, many years, the primary thing that we taught in order to help people to do that was the live launch method. But about a year and a half ago, there was a really radical shift in the market, and a lot of people didn't realize it. A lot of people, in fact, didn't realize how radical this shift was until the latter parts of 2024 and even early 2025. But because I was running 6 companies, because I was running a larger organization in the online space, we kind of felt the tremors earlier than everyone else did. And we recognized that the market was changing, the world was changing, consumers' buying habits were changing, people's level of disposable income was changing, and that we needed to start developing the next era of online business. So we needed to take everything that we know about what works online and develop a radically different system that we could teach people that would be just as disruptive, just as innovative, and just as powerful as when we brought the live launch method to market. Okay. And so a lot of you probably felt a couple things over the last, let's call it 6 months to year in your business. And I would love to hear some comments in the chat because I want to know if this is resonating or if this is the experience that maybe you have had as well. So a couple things that we started hearing from people over the last year in the online space is one, that they really were seeing the sales cycle really dramatically slow down. Two, that it became a lot harder to make a sale. Three, that a lot more people that they were talking to couldn't afford their mid or their high ticket offers anymore. And a lot of business owners started seeing a trend where they and their teams were spending tons of countless hours on sales calls and in launches just to see really abysmal results. And so we heard these trends, we saw these trends, we helped to really build a entirely new system, a new operating system for the online space. And we've spent the last year and a half transforming my companies using this so that we could lead you all through it. And now what we're here to talk about today is, what does that radical transformation need to look like in your business in order to overcome the trust recession, in order to really speed up those buying cycles and to remove the friction so that you're not spending all day, every day, either on sales calls that don't close or in launches that don't perform, scrambling and scratching your head, figuring out why are you working so hard and seeing so few results in your business. So I want to see some emojis in the chat. I want to know that you guys are in it to win it and you're ready to learn this new model for success. So let me know that in the chat now. Are you ready to learn the new model for success? Are you ready to learn the new model for success? Give me some energy in the chat. Give me some energy. I want to know that you guys are in it to win it and you're here, you're ready. Okay. All right. We will never stop doing the live launch. That's a huge question that we get from people all the time. No, the live launch has not lost its power. However, the live launch's power in a market like this, which is a relationship driven buying market, your performance in a live launch is going to very heavily depend on your ability to transition from a marketing driven way of running your sales process to a relationship driven sales process. A lot of people basically were doing marketing for the last 10 years and calling it sales. And we're in an environment now that actually requires a relationship driven approach to selling. And that's why so many people are running ads to launches and their launches aren't performing, or they're, doing master classes and no one's buying, or they're doing sales calls and no one's closing, because it's a completely different mindset to have success and scale in this market as it was really for the last 10 years. I can say that. Okay. And so the live launch is going to be a constant, but what you need to do to make a live launch successful in the market of today is radically different. And so we actually pulled the live launch internally, and we're really focusing only on teaching the live launch to our own clients now that have these fundamentals in place that I'm going to talk to you about today, because we don't want to be teaching the live launch to the external market and have people trying to execute it and not having success, because they don't have the right foundation in place that is absolutely required in a market like this to be successful. So we've really focused now on the new system, the new operating system that is required to make daily sales. And then once you get those foundational principles working, Miracle Hour, Dream 1000, Trust Building Offer, those are your three pillars of the new operating system. Once you get that down, then you layer the live launch on top of that. And that's where you're going to see, we actually saw our live launch conversion rate go from about 2.5 to well over 10% once we put the new operating system in place. So the new operating system in this era of online marketing is really based on three core pillars. And today we're going to really dive deep into one of those pillars, which is your trust building offer. Okay. And if you want to learn all three pillars, we teach this in depth, and we do live masterclasses and business growth modules and Q&As and implementation sessions every single month inside the virtual business school. My team will go ahead and put the link to the virtual business school in the chat for you there. And I just want to say something really quick before I dive into this, which is at any point in today's masterclass, if you love what I'm teaching, and you're like, damn, like this is what I need to be implementing. Like this is what's been missing. This is how I'm going to get back on track with growth. And you're like, I really want to get inside the virtual business school. I'm just going to throw this out there for you. Okay. If at any point while we're here live today, you decide that you want to join the virtual business school, you're going to get a live small group coaching session with me. Now, I charge $5,000 an hour to do a power hour with me. You're going to get a small group live coaching session with me if you buy while we're live here today. So if at any point while we're live here today, you're like, yes, this is amazing, and you want to get super hands-on help designing your trust building offer, on July 31st, I am doing a private session only for the individuals that buy virtual business school while we're here live. And I'll remind you of that a few times while we're here live today, but I just want to let you know that. So we needed to overcome the trust recession, people having less disposable income, massive skepticism in the market, slower buying cycles, and people just overall being overwhelmed with their buying decisions. So we had to come up with a brand new model to create hyper growth. Our specialization, the thing that has put us on the map and has allowed us to really skyrocket to be leaders in the online space, has really been helping our clients to build 7- and 8-figure businesses. So we had to figure out a new model that could help you to build a 7- or 8-figure business that was not launch reliant, that was not reliant on selling cold to the market with high ticket. So the 3 components of the new operating system are going to be your trust building offer. Go ahead and write this down. Someone can put it in the chat for me as well. So Pillar 1 is your trust building offer. Pillar 2 is your miracle hour. And pillar 3 is your dream 1000. Your trust building offer is what we're going to go deep into today. That is the front end tool that you're going to use for rapid daily customer acquisition of your ideal buyer for high ticket. Pillar 2, which is your dream 1000, is going to be your relationship management system. There are a lot of people that have hundreds of thousands of followers and leads online, yet they make almost no money. Then there's people that have only 1,000 followers online that make over $1 million a year. And that's because those people understand that if you build a relationship with even a very small group of people, you can create predictable daily sales in your business. You don't need tens of thousands of leads to do it. And so we designed a relationship management system, which we teach in depth inside the virtual business school, to allow you to build relationships in a strategic, intimate, powerful way that will allow you to yield daily sales in your business. And you can get off the marketing hamster wheel from hell by basically building relationships with real people. And this is especially crucial now because the market has really pivoted away from people buying directly from mass marketing. And most people are buying only from brands and companies where they actually feel like they have a relationship. Okay. So that's the second pillar, is your dream 1000. It's a list of 1,000 names. Most people come to us, they have 0 names on their list, just FYI. We teach them how to rapidly gather their multi-million dollar, $100 million Rolodex inside their dream 1000 to springboard rapid growth in their business. And then the third pillar of your new operating system for high growth in 2025 is going to be your miracle hour. Now, I just want to share a bit about myself and how the miracle hour came about, because it really, really matters for you. Okay. When I was working my corporate job, I was promoted 7 times in 8 years. I was the youngest senior vice president in the Fortune 500 I was working for. I was the first person in and the last person out for basically 10 years to achieve this. Okay. So I ended up building a $50 million portfolio, and I was running 17 branches from White Plains, New York, all the way down through the Carolinas. I was on planes and trains, in hotels, everything you could think of. Okay. And I loved the work, but my soul was crying out for wanting to actually make an impact. I was making amazing money. I was building wealth. I was on track for my financial goals, but I wanted to do work that mattered. I wanted to be able to be of service to families and create real change on the ground floor like we do now in all of my companies. So at that time, I was early on in my marriage. Me and my husband had decided that as we build a family, that we did not want to be putting our daughter in daycare. And so I was the breadwinner. And so I had to figure out how I was going to replace this multi six figure executive job with income from my business in basically a few hours a day. Okay. Because I was already working 60 hours a week in my corporate job when I started my business. So the miracle hour really stemmed from that time in my corporate job when I had to figure out, I put on a little index card that I would carry everywhere that I went. And we've been teaching this inside the virtual business school, and the results that people are getting are just bonkers. You wouldn't even believe it, except that they're public, so you can go look at them. Um, but the results that people have been getting with this are just absolutely insane. You can see here we closed over 2,000 people in our trust building offer. There have now over $1 million. You can see Julie's update here. She had 100 buyers so far, and they closed out at 290. They're now well over 300 people in their trust building offer. I could just go for days and days showing you the people that are closing multiple thousands of dollars within days of joining the virtual business school using the templates, a $3,000 sale from one template. Okay, 100% renewal rate. This is someone that used one of the trainings, went from 10% to 27.8% close rate. Launched their offer and got sales in the same day. Okay, and it just goes on and on and on. I 2x my investment in just a few weeks. Now, why does this matter for you? Let me tell you why this matters for you and why I'm taking your time to share these things with you. When I worked my corporate job and I was figuring out how to grow my business in basically a couple hours a day, I went out to my little Jeep Liberty on my lunch break. I pulled out my index card and I had 1 hour. I had never taken a lunch break in my life. I was taking a lunch break for the first time in my life, and I had 1 hour to go through and connect with leads and to essentially make sales, right? Because I was in work the rest of the day. Okay. And then at night, I would go home, I would spend time with my family, and I would do my coaching calls at 7 and 8 o'clock at night. I would do my launches, my master classes, and my coaching calls from 7 p.m. on in the evenings. And I would create my content a lot of times at 5, 6 in the morning before I went to work. Okay. So I developed this system, which we call the miracle hour, based on the index card method that I used. And I built my business to over 7 figures while I was still working my full-time job. So a lot of entrepreneurs believe you have to work 80 hours a week. You have to sacrifice your family. You have to give up everything that you care about. You can't have time for the other things in life in order to build a successful $1 million business. And that's just not true. And so what we teach inside the virtual business school is something called the miracle hour, which is based on that index card that I carried around everywhere I went to build my first $1 million business. And it breaks down for you like what you can do when you have an hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. And it really helps you to understand that there's only 7 core activities that you can do on a daily basis, and you can do it in about an hour a day, that are going to help you to generate consistent leads, move them through the nurture process, and ultimately close them. And this is what we teach inside the virtual business school. And I am so passionate about this because I came from the high ticket world. People would spend $30,000, $50,000, $80,000 to work with us, and they didn't even have the basic fundamentals in place for their business. And so I wanted to create a place, the virtual business school, where everyday entrepreneurs could come and spend $59 a month or $639 for the year to literally learn how to blow up their business, start making daily sales, get the fast fundamentals working, and then invest in bigger coaching and consulting packages for us. And initially, I really didn't want to create this because I was really invested in the high ticket coaching space. And I was not really interested in doing a low ticket offer of any kind. But I looked around, I couldn't find anyone that was doing this well. I didn't know a place I could send my referrals and my customers to. So I said, all right, I'll go ahead and create it. And so the virtual business school was born. And the purpose of the virtual business school is to make accessible to everyone around the globe. If you are serious about building a million or multi-million dollar business and you want daily sales in your business, the goal of the virtual business school is to make that accessible to anyone that wants to make this dream come true in their life. And that's why it's priced at $59 a month or $639 for the year. I'll have the team put that in the chat for you. And the vision of the virtual business school is to demystify, simplify, and complexify your business. Because being in the online space, I've helped hundreds of people build 6, 7, and 8-figure businesses. And I will tell you the reason why 85% of startups still fail, the reason why most business owners take home less than an entry level employee is that they don't have these three things in their business. They don't have the miracle hour, they don't have the Dream 1000, they don't have a trust building offer. And so they're working endless hours in their business, but there's no results to show for it because it's so complex, it's so overwhelming and so heavy financially that the business owners burn out before they ever scale up, and they end up taking home less than they did as an employee. So I really want to drill into your head the importance of how these three things work together. It's Dream 1000, which is your relationship management system. That's what allows you to really get exponentially more out of the leads you already have instead of constantly chasing new leads, which is top of funnel, which puts you further and further away from your actual goal. Yay, Melissa, great to have you. So excited to have you on my call on the 31st. If you know you're joining us on July 31st for the live call with me, you can join as an annual member while you're here live. It's only $639 for the entire year of access. And just that call alone is worth more than $639. So you're just getting that as a bonus for joining us live here today and taking action right away. That call itself is worth more than $639. So you just got your whole annual subscription to the Virtual Business School essentially for free. So smart job, Melissa. Congrats to you. And let me know if you're here today and if you're going to be joining us inside the school. Okay. Dream 1000, Miracle Hour, which is your daily sales activity, and then your trust building offer. So today I want to spend some time talking to you about the trust building offer, because the trust building offer is the thing that's kind of at the front of the engine. It's at the front of the train. Okay. And so for many, many years, when I was teaching scaling to entrepreneurs and helping people build multiple 7 and 8-figure businesses, they would launch or run masterclasses or do cold sales calls into their high ticket offers. And we all know that that game is over. That game is over. Okay. And so you might have some random success here and there with that. It's not that you can't have success with that, but it will be random and sporadic. It will not be predictable and consistent. And there's nothing more stressful in our businesses than when they are random and sporadic instead of predictable and consistent. A trust building offer is designed to acquire your ideal buyer in quantity. Someone put that in the chat for me. A trust building offer is designed to attract your ideal buyer in quantity. So the big mistake that everyone makes when they design low ticket products is that they design low ticket products, excuse my language, for the losers. They design low ticket products for people that can't afford their real offer, for people that are not buying into the core offerings that they have. And a lot of times the offer is poor quality and the clients are poor quality, which means the clients don't take action. They don't do the work. There's a lot of declines. They don't upsell into your high ticket, and it just becomes more and more of a headache. We want to do the exact opposite of that. You're going to flip your funnel and do the exact opposite of that. So what does that mean? What we want you to do is we want you to design an easy yes, low ticket offer that your dream buyer that would spend $50,000, $100,000 with your brand would buy into and be super excited about. Okay. So you're reverse engineering the little yes into the big yes. Okay. So you're starting with the end in mind. You want to acquire 100, 200, 500, 1,000 dream buyers that would ultimately be a fit for your mid, your high ticket, or even maybe your mastermind level offer. So the first thing is getting really, really clear on who you're designing the trust building offer for, and making sure that you're designing everything about this offer to be for your highest and best client, not your lowest and kind of on the border client. And this is the biggest distinction between a low ticket offer an evergreen. A lot of people are asking me about evergreen. This is not an evergreen. This is not a low ticket offer. This is not a maintenance program. This is really something that is supposed to be designed to build a relationship with the best buyers at the top percentile of your category of your market. Okay. So someone put that in the chat for me. The goal is to build a relationship with all of the best buyers in the highest percentile of your category. Now, the reason why the trust building offer is just getting these astounding, unbelievable results. We've already had people bring in multiple hundreds in within a week. We've had people cross over already doing $1 million in revenue in their trust building offer. We have people go from 0 to over 100 in days. And it's because of a couple things. Number one, if you've been doing any selling, marketing, or launching, you have pent up demand in your market. A lot of small business owners don't realize that the average business owner is taking home 55% less income than they were. And most employees haven't gotten a raise in over 3 years. This is across the board, across industries, and across business types. So it doesn't matter whether you're selling to someone who is an employer, a CEO or a business owner, or someone who is an employee. Inflation has gone up dramatically, and salaries have either stayed the same or gone down, which in either case, if inflation is going up and cost of living is going up, even if your income is staying the same, your disposable income is far less. And most people have not taken the time to do the math to realize that even if you're selling to your ideal customers and they want to buy from you, a lot of them are not because they simply can't. Even if a year ago or 2 years ago, they were your perfect ideal dream client. So what we teach you how to do inside the virtual business school is tap into that pent up demand that has been building for 2.5 years now by doing a huge sweep of all of that opportunity and pulling that immediately into your trust building offer. That allows you to monetize it before you even start delivering it. And then we teach you how to implement the Dream 1000 and the Miracle Hour, which are going to allow you to then take that snowball and start building it and scaling it from there. Okay. So your trust building offer is designed to be an easy yes at the front of your ecosystem. And what is so beautiful about a trust building offer is it does not require any sales calls. I know so many of you have lost countless hours of your life on sales calls. You've paid your teams endless amount of money to sit on sales calls just to be disappointed and frustrated at people not buying. And what happens when the sales cycle is as slow as it is today with high ticket, by the time you make one high ticket sale, you've lost another high ticket customer because they closed out or they didn't renew or, whatever the case. And so you're constantly left with less revenue month over month, even if you're making sales. With a trust building offer, you're creating an easy yes, and the value is up here and the price point is down here. And because of that, your best buyers are willing to give you a shot. They are willing to demo your product. They are willing to come into your world without overthinking it or spending a lot of time or energy assessing it. And then it's up to you to deliver value and to bring them to that next step in your ecosystem. And I shared a little bit already about Virtual Business School. Virtual Business School is our primary trust building offer. I run a portfolio of 6 companies, and Virtual Business School is our front end trust building offer. It's where we wow people. It's where we charge very little money, $639 for the entire year. And we literally deliver the value of what most people would expect in a $20,000 or $30,000 product. And that is by design. And that is very intentional because our goal with a virtual business school is we want to build customers for life. We want to deliver value that really shows people that we are the organization that they want to work with at every stage of growth in their entrepreneurial journey, and that they want to tell other people about how extraordinary that experience is. So that is one of the reasons why if you join us monthly, we also don't have any type of contract. So if you join monthly at the $59 a month, there's no contract. Again, because this is our trust building offer. Like we are working as hard as humanly possible to just wow our customers that come into this and help them to have the best first impression and the best experience possible so that they either want to stay in the virtual business school for life or they want to grow with our organization in some other capacity. So when you think about your trust building offer, there's a lot of different forms it can take. I get this question from people all the time. The number one thing about the format that your trust building offer should take is that this is not passive. And I know that everyone in the world wants to tell you how to use AI and how to make things evergreen and how to make things passive and how you're going to make $1 million by, putting people in a funnel. And the reality is that that's not reality. Okay. The reality is that if you try to make your trust building offer passive, yes, you can sell it, but no, you're not going to get the benefits of it. So if you don't care about retaining customers, if you don't care about building relationships with customers, if you don't care if people ever do the work and get a result from your product, or if it's not important to you that people come into your trust building offer and then buy other things, like by all means, you could sell this passively. But that's really a misuse and a misunderstanding of the entire focus and goal of a trust building offer, which is that someone spends a few $100s up front with you and that you can easily turn that few $100s into 10, 20, $50,000 because you do right by them and because you really add value to their lives. And so the number one thing I would say in terms of the format of your trust building offer is that you want there to be some type of live interaction with the brand. For us inside Virtual Business School, we're constantly live with our members. Every single week, there's something going on. You get a business growth module from me every single month. You have a live Q&A with the team where they take it and break it down and answer your questions. You have an implementation session where we're walking you through how to take action on your miracle hour, or your dream 1000, or whatever the lesson of the month was. You have a live masterclass with Danielle every single month. And not only that, but we release bonuses constantly. Okay. So we're wanting you to spend time with us live, and we're wanting to over deliver on our promise because that is the vision and the goal. Now, you don't need to be live in your trust building offer every single week. You don't need the format of your trust building offer to be a membership. People ask us that all the time. We have tons of different formats of trust building offers that we use. We have probably 5 that we're doing right now. And they can be anything ranging from a single power hour call to an ongoing membership to done for you resources with guidance and support on implementation to a course plus integration and implementation calls, 1-day intensives. Okay. The list goes on. And actually, when you join us inside the Virtual Business School, one of the things that we do, not only do you get a multi-part training on how to design your trust building offer, but we give you 11 different formats that you can consider and look at in the way that you are setting up your offer. And I think it's very important to create and design and deliver something that you're super passionate about, that's exciting to you, that is in the format that is going to be both enjoyable and sustainable for you to deliver. But there are 11 different formats that you can take people through. One of the great things that you get when you join us inside the school is not just the trainings and the workbooks on this. We also give you the 11 different formats, and we give you example posts that are already proven to convert so that you can take them and make them your own and basically start selling directly online. But I'll just give you some of the do's and don'ts here that are super important. You want to make sure, obviously, that it's for your primary high ticket avatar. You want to make sure that there's a gap between the price and the value that you're delivering. You want to make sure, and this is where it feeds into the 3-pronged approach that I talked to you about, the new operating system for scale in the market of today, which is your Dream 1000, Miracle Hour, and Trust Building Offer. You want to make sure that as people are coming into your Trust Building Offer, you're segmenting them, they're going on the Dream 1000, and then you're leading them into whatever the next step is for them that makes sense in their journey with you. Okay. As I said already, including some type of live interface with your brand is going to be huge. And then obviously you will segment and connect for the upsell. The key is you want to overcome the trust recession. That's why it's called a trust building offer. The trust recession is making people question themselves, overthink every decision, and take far longer to make a buying decision than they need to. A trust building offer should be the easy, obvious yes for your ideal customer that people can make a decision literally in an impulse. It can literally be an on the spot, like they see a post that you do, it's an easy yes, and they're going to make that investment right away. Some of the things that you don't want to do, you don't want to create a downsell for people that can't afford your core offer. That's a nightmare. I think we've all made that mistake. We definitely do not want to, we do not want to focus on that. Okay. We also want to make sure that we are delivering something that is congruent with the overall ecosystem. Okay. So we want you to deliver something that makes sense, that is going to be congruent with everything else that you're doing. So that, again, if you're trying to attract a 30 or a 40,000 or $50,000 customer for your high ticket or for your mastermind, this should be the same customer. And you want to make sure you're attracting people that if this, then that. If they come in for this, they would also want that. So you're reverse engineering that high ticket sale. A lot of people get a little bit nervous about pricing their trust building offer. And I gave you recommended price points there, 500 to 1,000 for the total cost. First installment somewhere between $49 and $100. And of course you can play with that. We have people kind of all up and down the range. We do have people that sell trust building offers right out of the gate at like a $997 or a $797. So again, you can have multiple trust building offers, and you can sell them at different price points and see really what works and what you're getting the most traction with. But I think a lot of people get nervous about the price point being lower. And the thing is the speed with which you can accumulate volume in your trust building offer is going to outperform what you would be able to make direct to market in high ticket anyway. So it's a hard pill to swallow when you're like, oh, I'm only making, $50 up front or $500 up front. But the truth is you can acquire customers so much faster, and you can build the snowball so much more quickly to grow that it really makes sense. It really, really makes sense to do this. Okay. And so the option is, either you're making an easy yes and you're removing that friction, or for a lot of business owners, they're not making sales at all. That's where this saying that you can be right or you can be rich comes from, right? Because you can be rich and you can pivot and iterate, and you can understand where you need to meet the market where they are, or you can be right, just kind of like hanging on, waiting and hoping for people to buy your high ticket thing, and that's just not where the market is right now. And our biggest expertise is really helping people like you to understand how to meet the market where they are, how to meet the market where they are, and get that easy yes. So the beautiful thing about the trust building offer, because it's an easy yes, because you can sell it directly on social media, is that you can be making these sales every day from emails, from text messages, from DMs, and from posts. You can do this directly on social media. Inside the virtual business school, you get an absolute ton of templates and post examples and all different scripts and things, and even trust building offer formula posts that we already know work, that are already converting. But you have so many different ways that you can make these sales every day. And when you bring together the whole operating system, which is Miracle Hour, Dream 1000, and your trust building offer, and you really start to understand the system, you're going to feel like you are in control. You have a plan, and you are back in the driver's seat to create scale in your business. And that is why people inside the virtual business school are just like going bonkers. Like they can't believe. I had someone tell me the other day, like, this program should be $50,000. I'm like, it should be $50,000. You're right. And we are going to raise the price soon, but we're going to keep it reasonable because we want an entry point that's accessible to everyone. We want an entry point that anyone is able to. I would say this comment here is really important. You want your trust building offer to be applicable for all levels of clientele. And ideally, you're creating a trust building offer that current clients, past clients, and new clients equally would be interested in. And so you'll know you really nailed it when you have people that are renewing into it, people that are reactivating into it, and people that are joining it for the first time, because now you've created this customer for life engine where people, no matter where they are in their relationship with you, everyone wants to be in your trust building offer. Everyone sees the value. Everyone knows that there's something for them there. We have a lot of people that not only join for themselves, but they also join for their sales and marketing teams, and they put their sales and marketing teams in this product. We have people from startup all the way through individuals that already exited a 9-figure company. And we have people that join and they're joining for themselves. And then we have people that are joining and putting their team members in, because let me tell you something, if you are spending any amount of money to have someone do sales, marketing, content creation, messaging, any of those things for you, and they don't have these tools, they are not equipped to win in this market. And absolutely everything has changed. And you don't need to listen to the words that I'm saying. You can see how our strategy has changed. You can see how we're leading our clients differently. You can see how we're doing master classes weekly versus launches in the longer form for this particular offer. You can see how we're going to market now primarily with the trust building offer and then selling the other offers on the back end. So if you just watch what we're doing, you can see like, oh, the opportunity has moved. It's different now, right? And I think so many people are really kind of lost in the sauce right now. They have kind of like lost their footing because they got so used to relying on marketing driven sales in the environment that we were in for so long that they don't have a good handle on the fundamentals of what is going to drive consistent growth. And that's relationships. And the Dream 1000 and the Miracle Hour is going to help you recreate and really understand how to develop a relationship management system at scale that will allow you to achieve consistent, predictable results in your business and make business fun again. And this is one of the things that we keep getting feedback from so many customers on inside the virtual business school. They're like, oh my gosh, my business is fun again. Like, I didn't know if I would ever get back here, right? Because it was a grind there for a little while. And, you know, no one knows how to predict when a cycle change like this is going to happen. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about some bonuses that we have today and some things that we have going on right now. Okay. So first of all, we have just completed a 8-session implementation boot camp on how to take this new operating system and install it in your business. We just finished this last week. You are getting all of that. When you join us today, you get all 8 of those sessions. We're teaching you Dream 1000. We're teaching you Miracle Hour. We're teaching you trust building offers, like literally the entire operating system. Now, I want to remind you all that you can join us today for $59 with no contract. You can literally eat healthy at home instead of ordering stuff you shouldn't be putting in your body from Uber one time, and you can pay for your subscription to the virtual business school. You can paint your nails at home instead of going to the salon, or you can pick any number of things. Okay. But this is the only $59 that's going to change the trajectory of your life. And that $59 is going to get you instant access to that 8-session boot camp that we just wrapped up last week to install the whole new operating system in your business. Number one. Okay. Number two, this is insane. I cannot believe Danielle is doing this, but pay. I'm not going to say no because I'm happy for you guys and I want you to get the benefit of it. So we have been hearing from a lot of people that they feel a little bit stuck on how to get consistent with content creation, how to get consistent with not just using the templates we're giving, but also combining that with their nurture content on a daily basis. So what we're doing is in the month of August. So this is again for everyone that joins us today, whether you do the monthly or whether you do the annual, everyone that joins us today is going to get this content creation boot camp. It's a sprint with a live session each week throughout the month of August where you are going to come and we're going to lead you through actually creating your content. So like you're going to get your content done. You're going to get prompts. You're going to get templates. You're going to get angles. You're going to get feedback. You're going to get to ask questions. And everyone is going to come together and get this content done. And you're going to see the quality of your content is going to increase, the impact, the ROI, the consistency, all of those things. Yeah, see, Melissa's like, oh, I know I made the right decision, right? So everyone that joins us today is getting that. Let me know in the chat, are you joining us today? Are you joining us today inside the Virtual Business School? Let me know in the chat. Everyone that joins us today is getting the sales boot camp. Everyone that joins us today is getting the content creation boot camp throughout the month of August. And if there's any session you can't be there live for, of course, you can watch the replays. Okay. And then the today only. So this is for our pay in full members, people that join us while we are live here today. We are going to do a session, me, you, and just a handful of people. So it's really just whoever joins us live here, right? Whoever joins us today and pays in full, we are going to get on July 31st. I'm going to help you design your trust building offer. I'm going to help vet your pricing, your strategy, your structure, your format. I'm going to help you decide on how you're going to take it to market and really just get you off the ground immediately. Like literally, it's going to be like a huge rocket fuel for your business to get you monetizing and making money with your trust building offer before you even launch it. Like before you even bring it to market, you can get paid to create it. I'm going to walk you through how to do a founding members launch and just basically get you out of the gate strong, get you monetizing your trust building offer right away. So again, that's for anyone that joins and pays in full today. And again, it's only $639 for the entire year. Guys, what else in your life can you spend $639 on that swings open the floodgates of building generational wealth, of creating freedom for your family, of building a system where your business is predictable and profitable and fun? Okay. There's nothing else like it. So $639 gets you access to the Virtual Business School for an entire year to grow with us, to learn with us. And one of the most beautiful and special things about becoming an annual member is every time we launch, which we launch every 6 weeks, obviously, every time we launch, we release a whole host of new bonuses. All of our annual members get all of those new bonuses every time we release them. So whether they're templates, they're tools, they're extra live coaching calls, they're trainings, whatever we release, if you're an annual member, the entire year that you're a Virtual Business School member, you are getting access to those things. Okay. So really, really exciting. It's going to change your life. If you do the work is going to work for you. The results that our clients are getting is just mind boggling. It is absolutely mind boggling. So when you join us and you pay in full today, you're going to get that live call with me and we're going to build your trust builder together. Now, I know a lot of you are pressed for time because it's summer and things are crazy and there's family and there's travel and there's vacation and there's kids. So when you join us today, if you buy a pay in full membership, you are also going to get the big sales template bundle. So this is one of the things, and I see Vanessa's talking about it in the chat right now. This is one of the big things that, you know, a lot of people have used within their first 1 to 10 days in the school and have been able to make multiple digit ROI. I probably have some of them in here actually. Yeah, that was one of them, $3,000 from one template. I think there's another one in here where $10,000 from one of the templates. Someone used one of them on LinkedIn and got corporate deals. Okay, so if you go through the Virtual Business School Facebook group, you will see that these tools are just insane. One of the people that used one of these messages on the DMs closed $7,800 from it. So that was that. This is Nicole up here, says she 2X within a few weeks. She used the sales templates for that, closed 4 clients. So, I mean, we could go on and on and on. But the bottom line is if you're looking to save time and you want to get ROI right away, the big sales template bundle is like it's a direct path to doing that, because you can see on the screen right there that you get 3 DM scripts for welcome messages, 2 invite templates that you can use for launches, webinars, or master classes, 2 invite templates for booking a call. You're getting a whole example call to action template. You get a sales email template, a launch invite template, a welcome series email. So, I mean, this is worth thousands and thousands of dollars alone, just the templates. And what's cool about the templates is you can use them over and over and over again. So you can just tweak them and refine them and keep using them, but they work. Everything is in Go High Level. There's not only the Facebook group, but there is a private community in Go High Level where you have access to Ignacio. You can see Ignacio right there on our screen. He is the executive director of our school, and he is 100% focused on member support, member retention, activations, orientations, helping you maximize your experience and your results in the school. Okay, so when you join us today, if you pay in full, you're not only getting all of the bonuses that everyone gets, the sales boot camp, which installs your new operating system. You're going to get the August content sprint. You're going to get, if you pay in full, the session with me on the 31st to build your trust building offer. And then also for pay in full, you get the sales template bundle. Okay, so just a reminder of what happens inside the Virtual Business School. First of all, when you join us, you immediately get the Fast Foundations trainings. And let me tell you, everyone thinks that in order to scale their business, they need fancy, complex tech and funnels and systems and automations and AI. And they don't even have the basic fundamentals. And the people that are scaling their businesses and they're winning online, they're the people that are executing the fundamentals with rigor. They're executing the fundamentals with rigor. So the first thing is you're going to get access to the Fast Foundations. You also get instant access to all of the trainings on trust building offers, your miracle hour, your Dream 1000, the boot camp, and the portals, the templates, and the checklist. Okay. So you are ready from the moment that you join, you can start monetizing your membership. From the moment you join, you can get access to the templates and you can start posting them, using them in DMs, using them on feed posts, and using them in stories. Okay. So all 3 of those. Everyone gets, whether you're paying full or whether you're a monthly member, everyone gets the core for every month. So every month you are getting the deep dive sales training, business growth modules with me, which this is like the newest, freshest, like this is what you need to do right now. Okay. You're getting the live marketing masterclass with Danielle, monthly Q&A session, and the monthly implementation session. So you are being led through taking action. You are being led through taking action. This is not about you buying another course or joining another coaching program or sitting on endless Zoom calls. This is about us leading you through the process of taking action and getting real results right away in your business. And the mission, the vision, the purpose, and the goal of the Virtual Business School is to simplify, to multiply. It is to show you how to run a simple, elegant business that makes daily sales, that puts you in the driver's seat of growth. Okay. So the trust building offer is the first car in the engine. It's the thing that you're bringing to market every single day. I hope the session today gave you a lot of clarity around the do's and don'ts and the important keys to building a successful trust building offer. And we also talked about the 3 anchors of your new operating system for hyper growth in the market of today. And that is the Dream 1000, the miracle hour. Okay. And of course, your trust building offer. So today only, when you join us and you are a pay in full member of the virtual business school, you get the opportunity to be on that call with me. It is a multi-$1,000 value. It's going to be me, you, Melissa, who just joined, anyone else who joins us today and pays in full, a small group of us. And we are going to define your trust building offer, how to monetize it, how to bring it to market, how to position it, price it, package it, and you are going to be off to the races. You're going to get the big sales template bundle. Everyone who joins, whether you join monthly or you join for pay in full, you are going to get access to the boot camp, the fast foundations, the core 4, and our annual members are also going to get all the bonuses that happen over the course of the year, as well as the big sales template bundle. So thank you all so much for being here with me today. If you know you're joining right now, we are going right from this to our live masterclass right now. So if you would love to taste and experience what it's like to be on one of those, join us now. The team will contact you immediately and we'll get you right on over to the masterclass, which is kicking off in just a couple minutes. Thank you all so much for being here. I can't wait to see you soar, thrive, grow, and scale with your trust building offer. And we'll see you back here soon. Thanks, everybody.